Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. And tonight's training is called Hidden Vendors That Travel Agents Aren't Using But Should Be. We're going to be talking about suppliers that often get overlooked, how to find them, and how adding the right vendors to your toolkit can open more options, better pricing, and new opportunities for your clients, because sometimes it's not about working harder. Yeah, it's more about knowing where to look and what to use. So if you are live here, go ahead and drop a hello in the chat for me so that I know that you are on here with me. And of course, if you happen to be watching this but a replay, go ahead and comment replay so that I know that you stopped by. Yes. So let's go ahead and get started and dive in. You guys should already know, before I get started, I always like to talk about what I'm doing throughout the month. So today we're doing the hidden vendors, and then on Thursday I'm doing batch it and schedule it. We're going to talk about how to schedule an entire month of content within one sitting, because I like to do my content planning early. So you guys are just really going to come and do content planning with me. Okay, that's what we're doing on Thursday. All right. And then after that, the last week of the month, I'm going to be doing how to market travel on your personal page. This is a highly requested topic, so make sure you guys tune in for that one. And we're also going to talk about from inquiry to booking and where agents lose the sale. Now, if you are with Evolution and Archer, you can also find me on Friday of that week, where I will be going over. No, it's not that week, it's this week. Oh, I don't really forgot. This Friday, sorry, because I forgot we have 5 weeks this month, right? One, two, three. How did I miss this? Wait, what? Oh, crap. Okay. And if you are with corporate, you can find me on this Friday. I will be doing Lookers versus Bookers. I'll be doing part one of that series. I know we just did part two. So I'm going to be doing a refresher of part one as well. And then at the end of the month, I'll be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is how to market travel on your personal page. This is highly requested, so make sure you guys tune in on that one. And then on that last Thursday, I'll be doing from inquiry to booking where agents lose the sale. Yeah. So I have a lot of good stuff coming up for the rest of the month. So make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and tap the bell so you never miss when I'm going live. All right. So tonight, like I said, we are going to be talking about hidden vendors that travel agents aren't using but should be. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of agents tend to think that the money is just in like the booking itself, like the first initial booking. That's where they think all of the money lies. So that's all they ever really focus on. But honestly, the real money that can be made is also everything around it as well. And I'm talking about from like just not the hotel, but the flights, the transfers, the excursions, the insurance. So there's just a lot of money to be made. And if you are only booking hotels and flights, you guys are leaving money on the table. Okay. So vendors that I'm covering for tonight are, I feel like they're hidden because they don't get enough coverage. That's what I feel like it is. It's not that you guys probably won't know them. I am talking about a brand new vendor, which is Price Agencies. We just came out with that one. So I'm going to go over that one a little bit too. But a lot of the vendors, you might know them, but I feel like you guys aren't using them. So I'm going to show you guys ways that you can actually use them to make money out of them. And I'm also going to kind of break down the importance of having them in your toolkit. All right. So my intentions for this training is not for you guys to get like a ton of vendors and like go and stress yourself out on how to use them. What I want you to do is consider your niche, consider your audience. And when I'm showing you these vendors, I want you to say, how can this work for me? Like that's the entire point of this training is hidden vendors that travel agents, they're not using them, right? But they should be. So I want you to find ways that you should be using these vendors. You might know a lot of them, you might not. You might walk away with one or two little tidbits here and there. Okay. So it really depends on what skill level you're at. But I have it for all of you guys from the beginning all the way to like mid, experience to like really experienced agents. I have all different things for you guys tonight. So I also have a gift for you guys. Of course, I love gifts. You know that. So we're going to have I have an entire list of the vendors that I'm covering for tonight so that you guys aren't stuck with like just the vendor itself, okay? So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So, the blueprint for higher margins, hidden vendors you guys should already be using. We're also going to talk about strategies to multiply commission per booking and how to stand out from basic travel agents. All right, I'm going to walk you through vendors that actually make you more money. That is the goal for tonight. So, the first one that we're going to talk about is going to be like add-ons or excursions, activities, concerts, etc. Yeah. So your clients are already booking excursions. You guys should know that, right? If you don't think that they're booking excursions, I hate to tell you, but they are. Even if they don't talk to you, they are booking excursions. It's very rare, I don't know, 2026, that people don't book excursions when they go to places. They don't normally just go and go, all right, we'll figure it out when we get there. Maybe a few years ago, pretty instant travel, so they are on the excursions. But the question here is, are you getting paid for it? A lot of us are not getting paid for these excursions. A lot of us don't know about the extra excursions. So I want to cover that tonight. Now, I'm going to be using a few vendors to cover that side. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is one that you probably already know. All right. But let me ask you, are you guys truly using Viator or Get Your Guide? Like, are you guys really using them? Like, because that's what the problem I have is that you guys know about them, but you guys don't actually use them, right? So tonight I want to show you guys how to use them, what they're actually meant for, etc., and how they're actually hidden and people just talk about how they use them, but they don't. Okay. So Viator, you guys already know, it's the Global standard. There's thousands of tours. It's easy passive income. You can even have the passive income via the affiliate links, even if they don't book with you directly. Then it's also perfect for content creation and easily trip bundling. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and open that one, and then we'll talk about Get Your Guide as well. But Get Your Guide is kind of the exact same thing. But I feel like a lot of you guys get so comfortable with Viator that you only suggest Viator. But Get Your Guide has a really good percentage for commission, and they're more of like, they're open to more areas. Okay. This one says the European and city specialist. They do have more areas than just that, but it's distinct, it's localized inventory. I know it says it twice. Incredibly clean interface, and then the perfect alternative if it makes you feel like the market is saturated when it comes to Viator. I feel like it's like a good companion. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at these two. Now, if you're not registered with them for Viator, you can find it in the Travel Cafe or Get Your Guide. I honestly, how I found Get Your Guide was just a search. This is it right here, but I'm pretty sure if I just typed in Get Your Guide travel agent, yeah, travel agent login. Yeah, this is it right here. So you can either find it either which way you can, okay? But mine is, of course, already logged in. So let's go ahead and now that we know how to find them, I'm going to break each one down. All right. So this is Viator. It's very easy to register with. If you need help registering with it, you can find it in the Travel Cafe. It'll give you all of the description that you need. Okay. But it's pretty easy. And the reasons why I use Viator a lot is because, guys, first of all, we have the affiliate links so you can send it to them. Second of all, they pay well. Okay. Not even they pay well, they pay fast. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. I can't guarantee it, but listen. Okay. So they pay well, they pay fast. And then as well, it's very easy to book them because a lot of the times they don't require payment upfront. Yeah. Reserve now. And this is the main selling point that I use when I'm talking about it. Okay. I go in there, a big trip, right? And a lot of the times, the places that I book, it's at least $4,000 to $5,000 when I book a trip. Okay, so I know these people are thinking, "Oof, I just spent all this money, right?" Yeah, but you still got to plan the trip. Okay, we just started planning. Now we have to actually plan the trip. This is where I use this. Okay, listen, your excursions are going to sell out very quickly. You need to come in here and reserve now and pay later because they're going to sell out. Okay, boom, that's all we need. All right, now this is the main seller that I use for when it comes to after the booking. Sometimes I will even just share these. Like if I think that, like my followers, they're naturally going to like Mexico, they're naturally going to Jamaica, etc. So I have a lot of like things that I'll share just because I know there's a chance that they might see it and book it too. Okay, so I use them for several different reasons, but a major seller that Viator has that a lot of people don't know about is this curate list. This is kind of a game changer when it comes to bookings. And then here's just a regular share your links, but let's look at the list. Okay, I think I have to click it here. Curate list. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So this is my curated list. Okay. I have a couple that I use a lot of. I use these the most because this is mostly where I book. So Cancun is where a lot of the resorts. I have Jamaica, and then I have Punta Cana. So this is where I typically will run these. And what I do is one, okay, when I'm sending out the email, like after I get a booking and I'm sending out the email, I include one of these in here. Okay, no matter where even if I don't have one in here, I can go. You can see I made more, and I delete them. But like I also will like make my own list for them and everything. Just go in there, add some experiences. I make sure that they're excellent quality and all of that. Okay, and then I'll throw it in the email. Like let's say I did a booking on Vax. Okay, here's your payment link, and then underneath it, if they didn't get travel insurance, I will give them the option for Tin Lake, which I try to make them get travel insurance. Sometimes they don't, right? So if they don't, I throw that in there. And then underneath that, I'll go in and say, hey, I know you just did all your bookings and then, you want to start planning your actual trip. Here's a list of excursions. You can book it or I can book it. And then I'll put in like big words, like uppercase, but I'll put like in parentheses and say, no payment needed up front, reserve now, pay later, something like that, and I'll throw it in there. That is a great place to get bookings. You've already sealed the deal, so you've already done all the hard work. Now you can come in there and just kind of add it, like cushion it in there. All right. Now, a lot of times too, they do really big bookings when it comes to this because they're just racking it up. They're not thinking about how much it costs, right? Because they're not paying. So I will also throw this in there too. Like if I have this little whatever deal that they have going on, we normally have one like every month. So I'll slap that in there too, somewhere a part of the email. Okay. So this is the first thing. I also text this to them too. After like a week or so of booking, if I haven't seen that they've booked any excursions, I will text them the list that I made and say, hey, don't forget these excursions sell out fast. Here's a link to it, right? So I do stuff like this all the time. Now, let me ask you, did you know about this? I really like the curated list. I feel like it's like a kind of a game changer because it makes us the expert, but yet we don't have to do the booking. Yeah? Can we all agree with that one? All right, so this is how Viator works. I really like Viator. Viator is just amazing in general. You guys can do even shore excursions. Now, I'm gonna tell you something cool about Viator. They're 90% of their shore excursions. I always like to ask and make sure, but they're really good about making sure that people get back on time. Okay, you have to be very careful about booking shore excursions outside of the actual cruise line, right? I almost said booking. But outside the cruise line, people tend to get a little wary about that, but they are very good about it. So just keep that in mind, okay? But now, the reason why I want to show you an alternative, which is Get Your Guide, is because I feel like a lot of times the stuff in here is just like repetitive. Like, do you guys feel like that's repetitive? Like, if we were to do, I don't know, oh goodness, I'm trying to think. Like, I just did Punta Cana. Okay, sure. This is the booking I just did. Okay. I want to show you what I'm talking about. You see how it's like the same thing over and over? Okay. So when I ran into this, I was like, there's got to be another vendor that just doesn't have the same thing over and over, right? So that's why I want to introduce Get Your Guide because I feel like that is the reason you guys don't use Viators because you feel like it's repetitive. So Get Your Guide is another option. Okay. Now I am already signed into them. The only thing that I needed to register with Get Your Guide is my not mine, but is our. So that's all you should need to register with them. You don't have to do all the extra stuff, and you guys should know when I come to like getting registered for vendors. My number one rule is if it's not required, don't put it. Okay, so fill out what's required, put the IATA, it'll get approved. Okay, um, they don't really. They have affiliate links. What is this? They have affiliate links like your unique link that you can get. Okay, but they don't have curated list like Viator does. So that I don't want to see my performance. Like what? I want to no. Where is this at? Okay, let's just share the link. Let's get the link. Come here. There we go. I want to show you what it looks like. It just keeps showing me my side of it. Okay, so this is my affiliate link, yeah. So this is like different things that they do. So let's do, you can see I was using it for myself. Definitely did. Um, that trip I just booked was like this. Let's see, to adults, search. All right, so this is for Punta Cana. We'll compare it to what they had over there on Viator, okay? So you see how it's like a little bit different. This is scuba, that monkey's the same. Horseback riding, this, they did not have this. Some of the zip lining's the same, but I feel like it just has different options. So I'm saying like they definitely didn't have this or that. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm trying to get to. So do your research and kind of figure out which one works better because you guys will typically book the same areas over and over. But I feel like they have a few things that Viator doesn't have. So I like to use them in retrospect if it doesn't work. Like this one's really good. Look, this is just a park day pass. Listen, another thing that people are doing in 2026 that a lot of people don't talk about, okay? Well, they will go to a resort like, I don't know, somewhere cheap. They'll pick a cheap resort, okay? Then they'll go like to a day pass to other resorts. Okay, we can book these. They're inside here. So if you have somebody that's like, I kind of want to go to that resort next to me, see if it has a day pass and they can go to it. That means they can use the entire resort, kind of like, but they stay at the other one. It's a great way to save money. Look, here's another one. Park entry. This is a hotel transfers. Like that's what I'm saying. So like keep in mind, there's just you don't have to be stuck at the resort because that's what we do a lot. We book the resort and we're like, all right, have a great time, but people don't want to stay at the resort. Look, this one has a cooking class. You can hold monkeys on this one. Like there's a lot of things that people can do. Okay, so that is when I want to talk about these two. All right, how do you guys feel about these two? I feel like they kind of open it up to where we can make more money. I don't know all of the information for like their commissions, etc. I don't remember off the top of my head, but they do really well. And you know, my agent in Australia, Andrew, he uses a lot of Get Your Guide. So he definitely recommends them. When I first used them, that's where I heard it from. It was originally from Andrew. So I definitely recommend this vendor. It is a great one to use. Yeah, it's kind of like a good comparison to Viator. All right, so let's go over here. Now let's go to the next one, shall we? So another vendor that I feel like we get not, it's just not used very often, and I think it wasn't used before in the past because it was really confusing. But another opportunity that we miss out on a lot is going to be golden tickets. Golden tickets is great because it can turn a regular trip into a higher value experience. And oh, I didn't realize I was so far away. I'm so sorry. And golden tickets is great for a way to add on. They have VIP concert tickets, they have premium sports, they have exclusive events and shows, etc. So I really like to use them as a way to kind of like give them a full experience and not just, all right, I booked your hotel, have a great day, right? So here is golden tickets. I just searched golden tickets travel agent site. It's very easy to use. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. No, don't do that. So this is what it kind of looks like. It's a little hard to register with. I don't know why they make it so hard to register with, but I'm going to explain it with you. Here it is. Sorry. I'm going to explain it to you so you kind of understand. All right. So when you originally Google golden tickets, it comes up it's for travelagents.com. That's the site. Okay. So once you get it, you want to go to the affiliate sign up, and it's going to do all this stuff. And then it's going to give you the page. The only thing that you need is our IATA number. You don't have to put all of this information in here. Like it doesn't necessarily. I just put Archer Travel, my website. I put my own website, and then my agent ID and IATA, and it registered me. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, so you can log into it. I can log into it, right? Don't sneeze. Here it is. Okay, but you can't get your link from here. I can't figure it out where my link is. I don't know why it's like this, but like even if I come here, it's not my link. I don't know why it works this way. Okay, I could book on here and I'll get paid because I'm signed in, right? But it doesn't have my link. It just says affiliate panel, whatever. Okay, now I'm going to tell you why. If you go to your email after you register, it'll give you the link inside there. That's the link you use. Okay, I don't know why, but it's not in there. It's just in your email. So if you want to book in here, you can stay logged in and you will get paid. Okay. But if you go into like your link and get your affiliate link, they have to use that affiliate link from your email in order to get for you to get paid. Okay. Now, when they do this booking with you, they are going to email you 30 days before you get paid. It'll tell you. All right. And I really like these because a lot of times they will have tickets that other sites don't have. So if you run into that scenario where they're talking about, oh, I want to go this, but I think it's sold out, try them. Okay, they got some pretty good stuff for you. Okay, so this is another way you guys can kind of add in and make more money, and I hope that kind of clears up the registration process because it's kind of confusing. Yeah. So let's go on and move to the next one, shall we? All right. The next thing that we're going to talk about are full trip builders. We're done talking about the add-on. I want to talk about things that can really build out a full trip, and a few of them are going to be, a couple of them are probably ones that you're not used to, but the one that I'm really going to go in depth is also Exotica. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about Exotica enough, and they have upgraded. Okay, they have changed the way we do bookings with them, so it's very important that we cover them. But before I get there, I want to go ahead and tell you, when it comes to doing a booking, I always will tell you guys, never rely on just one vendor. Okay, especially when, like, for me, so I do adults only, so a lot of the times I will find myself booking the same places over and over, right? But I can never rely on one vendor because sometimes what's cheaper in Vacation Express is not always cheaper in Vax. Sometimes what's available in Vacation Express isn't available in Vax. Sometimes Pleasant Holidays will have a sale, like they had a reuse sale or something last week. So, like, that actually worked out better. Like, there's so many different sites that we can use, right? And I have a list about 4 or 5 that I typically use, and I don't always use them. Sometimes I just use Vax. Sometimes I just use Vacation Express. But if I get into a situation where I'm like, this price doesn't feel right, like I feel like it should be cheaper, then I will go to another vendor. Okay, so I want to add to a list of your vendors. I want to add these two. Exotica is gonna not only just do tours anymore; they've expanded. Okay, they do pre-packaged international trips. Flights and hotels are included, which is a very big plus, and they are perfect for bucket list trips with easy booking links because they have their own booking links now. Okay. And then the other one we're going to talk about is price agencies. Now, price agencies is like a version of Expedia Tap. Yeah, that's basically what it is. But they do something completely different. So you guys can do discounts in there. You can actually take away from your commission, which I don't recommend. But if you have a situation where it's like a little too high, but you want to save them money, but you're making more commission, then okay. All right. They also have really good package deals, and they just gives you the ability to expand your options. So if you use Expedia Tap a lot, you can come in here and try this one out. Okay, and they do payment plans. Not, yeah, I said it. They do payment plans. I've seen it on quite a few of the things that I've been looking up. So we're gonna take a look at both of these. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me pull up Exotica first. Exotica Travel. Share. It is. I just searched Exotica Travel. You can find it in the Travel Cafe, and you can get registered with them. Okay. But for me, I know this is going to be my website. Yep. Yeah. So this is actually my. Hold on. I gotta find the other one. So it always pulls me because I'm logged in. It automatically pulls me into my actual website. All right. So I have to go into like a private window just so I can show you guys. Like, it's that deep. So now I'm here. So now I should be able to do exactly what we were doing. Yes. Let me make sure everything looks right. Yep. Okay. So now I'm in like the actual Exotica website because I don't want to show you just my affiliate link. Okay. Let's see here. So if I click here, I should be able to log in. Travel advisor, log in. I agree. Thank you. All right, so now that I am logged in, it'll say travel advisors at the top, so that's how I know. But they have a lot of great things here. So before it used to be just more like just a straight tour, But like, look, they even have stuff for United States now, and they're tours, but it's not the same as like what it used to be. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it used to be really like dramatic. Like they have the ability to kind of like true. Let's see, they have the ability to kind of just experience things instead of it just being like a 10-day tour, etc. Like they're not as long as they used to be. Now, this isn't a very good example, but let me go back. I feel like that's probably there it is. See how they have like trip style by season, by interest, by group. Like, okay, so the reason I suggest this is because I'm gonna give you an example. I do adults only travel, right? So how would I be able to use Exotica? Like that's what I want you to see it. Because you guys, if you do family, like let's say by group, they have friends, family, they have couples, they have solo travelers, save with your group, senior, trip by group, let's see, family. Okay. If we were to do family, come on, this site's a little slow. So when they do family, look, they have coastal cities, cultural tours, Portugal. They have them all over the world. Wow. Turkey, Peru. But these are like family oriented, right? So the reason I suggest using Exotica is because a lot of the times people don't use this because they think it's just a tour. But you have to figure out how to use this inside your niche, right? So for me, on my group would be couples. That's where I fit into it. So I could still use Exotica, but a lot of people, I feel like this is a hidden vendor because people feel like they can't market a tour because that's not their niche. But it's not that it's not your niche. You just have to find how to bring it into your niche because it is. This is a couples vacation packages, right? And the reason why I'm saying like that, like it's no longer just a tour. Like they literally like go out of their way to do like an entire, so like Kenya in 10 days. Actually, this is not bad. These are actually are pretty good prices. Hmm, where would I send them? Oh, here we go. Watch this. There's one for like Punta Cana. I swear I've seen it. Let me scroll. Yeah, there it is. No, this is Jordan. Here we go. Look, this is what I'm trying to say. It's no longer just cities and tours. All inclusive paradise in Punta Cana, 5 days. Did you guys know they did that? Did you know that they did this now? Because they used to not do stuff like this. This is Mexico in 10 days. Okay. Here's another one, Dominican Republic for 11 days. I swear they never used to do stuff like that before. And they have a lot of them. I mean, there's so many tours, okay? If it's self-guided, that means they can just take it as they want. Nobody's gonna like make them do things. Like it doesn't have to be just a tour. You guys can find a way to fit this into your niche. Look at all these options, right? For like clients and stuff. Like there's a lot that you guys can do. If you click on travel advisors, it will pull up the affiliate link. Now, the reason I don't want to do that is because it's going to show you my bookings. And I don't care if you see them, but it also shows the client's information. That might be a problem, right? So I'm going to show you what my affiliate looks like instead. But if you click on that, it'll show it to you. But here's the affiliate link. And the reason the affiliate links, it says if one, do you see this part where it says $99 cancel? I like to sell that. That's a good right here. Add flex for just $99 per person, cancel for any reason. You like that? It's a good sales point. But do you see these right here? Okay. These are one of the most things that I market. Like I can easily pull from these. And then I also will do like if I do the trip style by group and I do the couples, they do it there too. So I like to pull from those too. And like I like to screenshot them and then just pull from them. Now, how is this like a hidden vendor or something that you can use? Okay. First of all, if I just take something, I have to zoom in, I'll zoom out a little bit. I could take one of these, I could take one of these, right? And then what do? This is an affiliate link. I showed you guys that's an affiliate link. That's what it does, right? So you guys can see contact dash, etc. I use this all the time. Okay. This is a great way to get kind of passive income bookings, but it show them that you can do more than just like your basics. You guys can also do tours. It's a great way to kind of expand it. And it's also a great tool for content. Yeah. And they pay 10% and they're highly rated. Exotica is a very, very popular brand that people are used to seeing. So and honestly, they're good price too. Italy for 9 days for only $18.99 a person. That's not bad, right? Like, so you guys have the ability to kind of sell these packages that are already put together for you. And I feel like a lot of us don't because we think it's a tour, so we don't touch it. But you guys can see they have all kinds of stuff in here, don't they? All right, so that is Exotica. Now let's go to the new guy. The new guy is going to be price agencies. Yeah. Price agencies is something that we've seen it for years because they used to have it, but we didn't have access to it. So the difference now is that we have access. Yeah. So it's pretty exciting because it's kind of like giving you guys a new place to kind of experience things. Yeah. So they have a promo maker in here. That's pretty cool. You guys can see their pending payments, the advanced deposits, etc. And then they do a lot of cool things. Ready? Hotels and flights, tours, transfers, and then what? Disney and Universal. Listen, Rio is still having a sale right now. Okay, you guys should check that out. But the reason I'm saying this is because this is a game changer right here. Okay, now they also do tours, which is going to be something like this. They have different stuff that you guys can add into it, and then they also do a lot of like let me see if I can do it. Do you see these club points? Okay, when you guys are booking these, you guys get also club points as well. They have a lot of things. Okay, I'm gonna have to do like a whole training just on this, whole deep dive, honestly. But what I like about them is that you guys can come in here and have the ability to kind of do payments. They do payment options, and then they also will give you the ability. Let's see, like if I click on this, I want to show it to you. Like they just kind of help us. I don't know. I feel like it's like Expedia, but better, right? Oops. So let's just say we come in here, we do hotels. Okay. Mm, Let's see. Let's, I just, we're just stuck on the Dominican Republic lately. So where did that go? There we go. All right. Sure. Oh my God, there's so many kids. That's probably what people think when they see me, huh? Oh my God, there's so many kids. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I'm working so hard. All right. So as you guys can see, we have it here, right? Select the room types. They have all kinds of stuff in here. Book it. Look at this platinum. We like that, right? They got amenities in here, all inclusive. Book and pay before May 15th. Okay. Free cancellation. Yeah. You guys can see how it's kind of like the exact same, right? But that platinum is where we're going to get paid. So we like that. And then two, let's see, they have the 45% total. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Right. Look at that. It's so nice. I feel like it's like exactly like Expedia, but it's got more of a discount going in there. And if you guys, like, let me see. Let's see. I want to show you, like, you can add transfers, activities. I want to show you there it is. Okay, this is what I want to show you. All right, so they'll have a payment option, etc. for them. Okay, you guys can come in here and you can add more, like a service, or you can subtract, which I think is wild. But let's just say it's too expensive. You can come in here and do like $120, and it'll take away from your commission. Like it will watch. Let's go and take it away. But like you could come in here, you could take away, you can add on commission. And I've never seen a vendor giving us the ability to do that, but they consider it a discount, is what they consider it. So that was pretty cool. Look, made my commission now $15 instead of the 135. But I just want to show you what it's like. Okay, they have payment options that they could do, etc. That they could come in here, and yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. So you guys need to check them out. Okay, now they do have this option where do now, book later. Okay, you see this part where it says save as a promotion right here? Yeah, that right there. Send by mail, print budget. If I save it like as a promotion, then I could put it in that promo maker and it will create the promo for me. Isn't that cool? Come on, guys. That's cool. Yeah? All right. So go check out them. I know a lot of people don't know about them yet, so I just want to say you guys kind of got a brief summary of it. All right, so check them out. All right, now next one we have here is going to be um, Agent Universe. Yeah. So Agent Universe has two parts inside of it, which is Cruise Complete, and they have a profiler. Agent Universe is something that a lot of people don't use. How many of you guys use Agent Universe? Put it in the chat. Do you guys use Agent Universe? Because you guys know about Agent Universe, but a lot of you don't use Agent Universe. Yeah. And I feel like that is because we don't have a training really on it because it's so big. Yeah. I feel like it's massive. So to get registered with Agent Universe, I want to tell you, you have to go through the Travel Cafe to get registered with them. They have it all listed for you. It takes a little bit for approval, but once you guys get access to it, you got to kind of do a deep dive on it. Okay. But I'm already obviously have access to it. So I'm going to log in. Now, once you open it up, it's going to have several different options for you to choose from. But they have booking tools in here, which is Cruise Complete. We'll go over that one. A lot of people don't know about that one. They have all of the suppliers that we work with. Yeah. Look at all these suppliers. Now, some of them we might not work with, which was what price agencies used to be here, and we didn't work with them, but now we do work with them. So you can always check and see if we do, but 90% of them we do work with. Okay. Let's see where else I want to show you. Programs they have, these are going to be different. We might not have access to all of this, so check and see. But we do have Cruise Complete. I know that one for sure. And then this is just different stuff that they're going to just tell you about when it comes to like their hotels, DMCs. We do not have Snap, okay? And then marketing. Another good kind of source that people don't really know about is not this here, but they have a lot of this. They have a lot of like email marketing and magazines and publications and stuff like that we can share. I don't know if you guys know that, especially for the wedding people. They have a lot of this. I really like this stuff. It's pretty cool. And we can use it. Without a doubt, we can use it. Okay. So if you guys ever need links for things, that's a good place to get it. It's inside the marketing right here. Okay. You guys can customize it, etc. too. All right. Now, another thing that they have is over here too. They got marketing resources. Check them out. But another thing that they have is this guy right here, Agent Profiler. If you haven't learned about Agent Profiler yet, you do need to obviously attend my training for it. That Agent Profiler basically can get you to where you're set up in your city. And it's for US, but it's set up in your city so that you guys, like, I just got a booking from it. Somebody was messaging, they looked up Houston, Texas travel agent, and I appeared and they booked with me. So that is basically what that does. It puts you in the market. You have to complete it. So if you want a training for it, you can ask me or one of my mentors on here will be able to drop it for you. But it's very good to use, and it's a part of Agent Universe. It's not something that is on its own. It's actually inside of it. So if you go back to the main page, you can find it all right here. Okay. Another thing that Agent Universe also does is their training library. They have trainings all the time. They go through a lot of trainings. So if you guys ever want to learn more, you guys should check out their training library so that you can attend live trainings and recorded trainings too. Okay. But that's all I really kind of use them for. I use them mostly for Agent Profiler. And then the other thing that I really use them for is Cruise Complete. How many of you guys know about Cruise Complete? Does everybody know about Cruise Complete? Now, back in the day, they used to, if you open this and you don't have access to it, you used to have to email somebody. So if you don't have access, let me know. Like if you open it and it tells you you don't, let me know and we'll get it fixed, okay? But I want to show you guys how, like a rough idea of how you guys can use them, okay? Now, a lot of the times that we have the problem of like we get a client that wants to go on a cruise, but they don't know what kind of cruise they want. They go to states, but they don't know this or that, and they're just starting off fresh, etc. Right? Okay. Cruise Complete gives you the option to do cruises and river cruises. Okay. They will give you guys the option to go in and basically search all of the cruise lines at once. Yeah. It's so nice. And you can compare them and you can also book them. Sometimes we will get deals from Travel Leaders Network because that's what this is a part of. And sometimes we'll get certain booking rates through Travel Leaders Network, and you can find them in here too. Okay. If you book through here, because I have in the past, If you book through here, as soon as you book it, it'll automatically load over to the vendor. You don't have to do anything extra. You could just log into, like, I'll give you an example. I booked Royal Caribbean here, Caribbean in here. And then as soon as I booked it, I went in there and put the booking number. You have to get the deposit. Once you put in the booking number, it'll automatically populate over there in Royal Caribbean. So it's kind of the same thing, but sometimes they have better rates. Okay. So I like to use them as a comparison. Oh, snap. I told you I did booking here. I also like to do I don't know. I like to do just different things with it for, I need to find the best rate, but I don't want to sit here and go to each vendor. That's exactly what this does. Okay. So that is how that works. Yes. And that's just a little bit about Agent Universe. You guys really have to use them. I really like to use them a lot when I don't know vendors. Like a lot of the times you guys will come to me and you'll ask me about cars. What's the best rental car place? Okay, I'm gonna tell you, anytime I need a rental car, this is where I go. I go right in here. This is exactly where I go. And it'll tell me a lot of the times, like it has all the vendors literally in here. But a lot of times you guys don't know, like Enterprise, for example, they have their own travel agent site that you can book directly on them. Like a lot of people don't know that. Amtrak does too. But if I go in here and I learn more about them, I'll have the ability to do so. Like, see, travel advisor site. Like, it gives us the stuff that we don't know about. All right. So make sure you guys kind of explore Agent Universe and also Agent Profiler so you guys can get listed in your city. I'll give you a quick idea of what that looks like. Let's see if I can pull it up. This should be mine. Oh, no. Well, this is what it looks like on here. If you go, if they type in like find a travel agent, let's see if it'll populate. See how far down I am? Oof, painful. Oh, I'm not that bad. Oh, what was that? Hey, I've moved up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oof, yes, honey. Here I am. All right, so this is what travel leaders, that's what Agent Universe does. Okay, that's what Agent Universe does. It lists me in my city, got me a nice photo on there, got me some reviews going on there. And that's what it does. They just searched. You saw what I did. I typed in my zip code and it populated. There I am. Have a great day. Okay. So that's what Agent Universe, the agent profiler, it can do this as well. So make sure you guys do a deep dive on them. Yeah. All right. Now, I don't want to keep showing you guys everything because then you're going to get overwhelmed. So let's keep going. Okay. Now, the last vendor that I have to show you guys is one that really gets slept on. Oh, I love me some downtown travel. Let me tell you about downtown travel. Now, downtown travel is one, when I first started, it was like the vendor to use. Like they would literally suggest this vendor to me. They would be like, hey, if you don't have this, go to downtown travel. But then they just stopped. I don't know what happened there. They just got real quiet. Hold on. We got to click login. There we go. But they just stopped talking about it. I don't know why. Okay. But if you go to your travel cafe, they have downtown travel in there. Okay. You have to follow the very specific rules with them because it is a very specific rule to get registered. They got pictures and everything in there. Okay. But once you get access, let me tell you about this vendor. Okay. They have this guy right here. They have some of the best flight prices. I'm using them to book my flight to Hawaii. Okay. For convention. This is who I'm using. They have some of the best flight prices that a lot of people don't know about. Another one, I can never say this, Avant-Garde Vacations. Everybody uses this vendor, but they don't know how they get there. This is them right here, okay? Then, okay, you know I'm a real big supporter of Tin Lake, right? I love Tin Lake, but also they have this guy too. Look at this, travel insurance with your best interest at heart. Commissions are 25%. Okay. And then we have car rental worldwide, and then they even do transfers, and they have really good, like Expedia, I think they pay like 8 or 10%. They pay 12%. This is also really, really high commission for car transfers. So, yeah, monthly sales competition, win a $500 gift card. I bet if I book my flight in here, I'll win it. No, just kidding. But then look at this. Boom. Now we can pay your commissions directly to your bank account. Yeah, you like that? So I really like downtown travel. And I don't really talk about it too much is because it's just kind of hard to get how do I say It's hard to register with, but once you start to use it, you get very used to it. But also at the same time, it's hard to get approval for it. You're going to see a lot of things on this profile that's wrong. First of all, I got to fix this. For some reason, I put that I left Archer Travel. I didn't. I messed it up, so I have to fix it. And once you fix it, okay, then they have to approve you. So even if I fix it, I have to wait for approval. So I'm going to tell you this right now. Before you book with them, you need to come in here and do your pending profile. I don't want to pull mine up because it actually it pulls all of your information. Okay. Since they pay you directly, it will ask you for your banking information. And they also do a credit card in there. Very careful with that. Okay. I've been here for a long time with them. So I have an unlimited credit card. When I first started, I had like 10 grand. Don't listen, they will pull straight from your bank account. So be very careful with this. Okay. But they have the ability to pull this. They have the ability to do a lot of things. Not only that, but they also do slice pay. Slice pay is where you guys can enable your customers to save now, trade, travel later. Basically, they can lock in the small deposit. It's kind of like Klarna, but like it's not like actual whatchamacallit. It's not like it's not for them, it's for us. It's provided by Downtown Travel is what I'm trying to say. It's slice pay, but it's for them. Okay. Now listen, no guarantees from you as an agent and keeps you fully protected from chargebacks. I really like that feature right there. Okay. But that is essentially what it does. Yeah. And I think you guys just kind of need to check it out. They do a lot of cool stuff: packages, hotels, they do insurance. This is a really good place to check out. Okay. And they're very, very in depth with travel leads network, etc. So you guys, yeah, just take some time and kind of learn about Downtown Travel and what they can offer about for you. Okay. They do have brochures too. Yeah. And they also do groups, which is pretty cool too. All right. So if you guys need more information, feel free to go in there. They even have their own little credit card auth form. That's pretty cool. But you guys make sure you get approval, your pending approval, before you go in there and try to ticket them, because you cannot ticket them until it says approved. Like this part for me right here, you see how this says pending profile? Because I made a slight change in my profile, I knew I'll have to get more approval in order to book. Okay. All right, so let's continue on, shall we? All right, so now that we've covered Downtown Travel, do you guys like Downtown Travel? Has anybody else used them? I just feel like nobody knows about them, but they're there. They're in the Travel Cafe, but we don't ever talk about them. But they have a lot of good stuff, okay? It's kind of like my low key like vendor that I use when I really need to find something that I'm not finding. That's who I go to. All right. Now, the reason I'm showing you these types of vendors is because I don't want you guys to just use one vendor. I want you to stack them. So you could use one vendor for the hotel, get your excursions from Viator, get your guide, go for the event, go to Golden Tickets, and then your flights, get them from Downtown Travel. Okay. A lot of us focus so deeply on packages that we are afraid to try other vendors because that's just what we're used to. But you guys have the ability to make a lot of income from different vendors. That's why we have access to all of them, right? So make sure that you're stacking your strategy. Yes. So conclusion for all of this. Okay, I know I've showed you guys a lot today, but your client's already spending all the money. Are you in all parts of that transaction? Are you just the main person? Like, that's the one thing that you guys are missing out on. So my suggestion for you guys, I know I showed you a lot of vendors, but I want you to just start with one new vendor this week. Okay, I just started with the price agencies a few weeks ago, and I played around with it, and now I'm comfortable with it. I moved on to another one, right? Like, that's what I suggest. Finding one that you like, start with that vendor, and then kind of learn next time you get a quote, use them. Like, do that so you get comfortable with it. And that way you can kind of build into your stacked inventory for vendors. All right. Now, I did make a list of all the vendors that we covered. So that way you guys aren't like, what did Ash say? I don't remember it. Okay, I got you. I understand. All right. So I went ahead and made a list for you guys. This is what it looks like. If you want the list, go ahead and comment vendor for me and I will drop it in the chat for you. But I broke it down. That way you guys can kind of understand what it's for as well. You guys can see here. I have it all set up. So in case you forget one of the vendors that I said, they will be in here for you. Okay. So if you want this, go ahead and comment vendor for me and I will drop it in the chat now. Let me head over to my studio. But yeah, that's all I really have for you guys for tonight. I hope you liked these vendors. I hope you found a new vendor maybe to use. If you have, feel free to go ahead and comment it for me. I'm heading to my studio real quick. Let me drop this in here. All right, there you go. You guys should all have it by now, all right? But that is all I really have for you guys tonight. Make sure that you guys like this video and share it with your team. Comment if it helps. Comment maybe the new vendor that you're going to try, as maybe something you learned tonight, because I kind of gave you guys all different things, right? Like, even if you're experienced, even if you're brand new, you guys have all different types of vendors that you can try out. So, like I said, like this video, share it with your team, comment if it helps, and make sure you like the actual video as well. I will be back here on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, where we're going to do batch it and schedule it. So make sure you guys join me live to learn how I personally am going to batch all of my content together for next month, so I don't have to worry about it. So I can do more trainings with you guys. That's the whole point. See, that's what it is. I'm going to show you how I do it so I can give you more time of my own. All right. So make sure you guys hop on Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific. And as well, if you are with Evolution Archer, I will be on corporate Zoom at 5 p.m. on Friday to go over lookers versus bookers. All right. So I will see you then. Other than that, you guys have a beautiful evening. I'm going to head over to my little chat box where I can answer all of your questions. And I'm going to drop the link a few more times to make sure you guys get it. All right. So I will see you there.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake